Hey guys, Anthony here, Bibles and Barbells. It is August 9th, 2022. Today's video is going to be an unboxing of the new TIDRADIO, TD model 777S. What I'm going to do first in this video is unbox, show you what you get in this 2-pack that I purchased off Amazon. The members of TIDRADIO were nice enough to send this to me, and as you know, I've reviewed several of their other radios, and these are exceptional, I think, and I'll give you some reasons why I think that, and I think I'll show you in the video that they are a very good investment to make. So this is the 2-pack. When you get the box, you'll open it up, and in it I went through and took off some of the plastic just to make the video a little bit easier. I left some things wrapped up, and I did a few things just to make the video a little quicker, but you'll get this manual that comes with it. Okay, that aside, you'll get a VIP service card with a number for 24-hour customer support. And again, on the flip side of the card, you'll get the website that you'll go to, and we'll do it in this video, to program the radios. So these radios are programmable. You could turn on and turn off some settings, and you could do some things to make them more compatible for your group or what you're going to use them for. Okay, so that comes with it. You'll get obviously the 2 radios. In this case, it's a 2-pack. Okay, so this is the one I put together. It's got the belt clip attached to it. It's got the antenna. This is a non-removable antenna. We'll discuss that a little bit later in the video. The second radio, I left the belt clip off just to show you what it looks like with the belt clip off. You could have a little bit easier access to the battery that's in there, and show you some of the a walk around the radio. Okay, so you get the 2 radios. You get, these radios are USB rechargeable. You don't need a cradle type charger, so you get 2 USB charging cables, and the plug. So one of them I have open because I did charge the radios when I received them. And you get 2 lanyards if you so desire to put those on. That's available for you. And then I left one of the belt clips in the pack with the 2 screws. All you need is a small, eyeglass screwdriver or a multi-tool, and you can open up the radios with no problem. So let's get down to some of the features of this radio. Okay, so I went ahead and opened up one of the radios. I took off the back plate, which is very easy to remove. There you have the imprint inside there telling you the model number, your serial number for your warranty card, and any other necessary information. Then you have your battery slot, and it's not possible to install the battery incorrectly. It gives you a graphic on here, and you'll see there's a notch in the battery. It shows you plus and minus here and here, and an arrow. So it's really a no-brainer to install these. But that's the inside back of the radio, again, without the belt clip. You could still remove the battery and take it in and out. With the belt clip, it's just, a little more, you got to be a little more careful. This is the lithium-ion battery, 2200 milliamp hours. And again, it's very well graphicked on how to put it in, and we're going to put it in right now. So here are your notches on here and here, and you'll just line up there and you'll just snap it into place. So just like that, snap it in, and then place your cover back on, and again it's going to slide back on, and there you go. Very simple process. To release, you just press this tab and push the battery push the lid with your thumb, and it'll come off. So now both radios have the batteries installed. So what are some of the features of these radios? Well, first of all, they are FRS GMRS radios. There's a frequency range of 400 to 480 megahertz. Rated power is at 2 watts. Channels, again, are 22 channels, and the voltage is 3.7 volts. So you might be asking, why purchase these? A couple of reasons. Number one, the price point. A 2-pack of these radios is under $30, and you get everything you see here, including the link to the free software. So price point's very important for people, especially if you're equipping, several members of your family or group. You're going on vacation, maybe you're going to an amusement park or something, and you want to keep in touch with each other. You're going camping, hiking, or you're prepping for some type of emergency that happens. So you and members of your household and maybe some neighbors could have communications in the event of a disaster or something extraordinary happening, or just for everyday use. I use them regularly. I'll take the dogs out for a walk. I'll take one with me. I'll give one to my wife, and I'll keep in touch with her while I'm walking the dogs. And just number one, to continue and keep our minds refreshed on how to use the radios, and just to keep in constant communication, which is a good thing. So they're easy to use. That's another reason why to purchase. And they're programmable. Free software at the walkie-talkies software.com, 24-hour support, and an 18-month warranty on these radios. So I went over some of the items you get in the box. Battery usage, they state in the manual. Again, a lot of this is from the manual. I took it and I'm just reiterating some of it so we don't have to read the manual. So battery usage is about 8 hours, and that's based on 5% transmit, 5% receive, and 90% standby. Okay, then you'll recharge the batteries via the USB, plug them into your solar charger, whatever you have, and it's very easy. So you could take these along with you on a trip, take the charging cables, and you guys are good to go for your trip. So now we're going to look at some of the actual buttons on the radio and some of the other features. Okay, so let's go over some of the operations of this radio, of these radios, the TD777S. From the manual, you have an LED indicator light, which is right here. That'll light up red when you transmit and green when you receive. Okay?
1.
Turn on the radio. If I press the push to talk key, you'll see the LED light up red. These radios do have a scan feature, and when you depress that scan feature, you'll get a blinking green light telling you the radio is scanning the 22 channels that are programmed in it. So you could scan for, and I did that earlier, and I'll put it in this video and show you what I picked up in about 5 minutes of scanning in my house here. So next you have your channel switch. So you power on the radio, and
2. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 22.
So as you turn this knob, the channels they're written on there, they're engraved, but with the voice activation, and again, when you program it, you could make this into English if it didn't come that way, and that's the way you know what channel you're on, by the voice, because there's no LCD screen here, okay? There's your mic, and then here is your speaker. Power button turns it on and off, and also regulates the volume.
1.
Okay? D is push to talk. This is your push to talk button. E is your monitor button. You can hit this top button here, right here, and you'll break the squelch, and you'll be able to do that feature. Next is the scan button, which I just showed you. A single depression of this button puts you into scan mode. You press it again, and there's an alarm feature on here that you can toggle on and off via the software. You could set that or take it off. And then on the side of the radio here, there are two primary items you want to look at. One, you open up the port, and now you have your Kenwood style inputs for an earpiece or for your programming cable that you'll need to purchase. Those are about $20 in order to program this radio. Okay? And then the bottom piece is your USB input. Okay? Very well made, feels good in the hand. Again, not overly large radio. Very transportable. Belt clip is very sturdy. And if you don't choose that option and you want to put it in a pouch or something, you could leave the belt clip off and slide this in and out of a pouch easily without it getting tangled. Okay? As I said before, there's no LCD screen. The antenna is a permanent antenna. Programming, you can customize it. And when we do the programming portion of this video, you'll see that you can add CTCSS tones, DCS tones, just to customize the radio for your group, so you don't want to hear unwanted people. It'll only pick up on the tone that you're communicating on. You have a timeout timer. You have a squelch is set at 5 from the factory, but it does go from 0 to 9 where you can program it. You have a power save mode, low battery, alert, a frequency hop compander, and you have a scramble feature, which again, you're not really private on these, so any features that you think you're activating, there are people that can monitor these channels. They're open channels, so just keep that in mind when you're operating radios. Keep operational security, OPSEC, in mind when you're transmitting. If you so desire, you don't give your name, address, telephone numbers, things like that, because others can be listening. And you'll see in the scan portion, when I picked up, I'll activate the scan now. See if we pick up anything while I'm talking. Again, the programming software you could download from the site. Make sure you pair it with the proper COM port on your computer. Programming cable will be needed. I'll put a link to one in the description box. Very inexpensive, and they'll work on various radios. I have a good cable, and it works on all my radios. And again, you can arrange the settings, which again is important if you want to customize these for your group. So just to show you, before we get into the programming portion, I'll turn both radios on.
1.
So they both should be on channel 1.
1.
Okay. I'll depress this one in my right hand, and you'll see the receive and the transmit. The transmit is red, receive is green. Testing, testing, 1, 2. This is the TIDRADIO model 777S. Testing, testing, 1, 2. This is Bibles and Barbells, Big Anthony, online. Watch out. Okay, guys, there's the radio features, the benefits, an overview of these radios, and now we'll get into programming the radios.
One you gave me good. You hear me? Say that again? That's the box that I already had in here. The box you gave me is good. Copy. It's 12, 25, 22, so it's good. Okay.
The radio is scanning the 22 channels on this radio, and as you see, we picked up a conversation from nearby. It's one of the great features of this TIDRADIO model TD777S. Okay guys, now for the program portion of this video. I went ahead and I downloaded the TD777S software from the site that's on the card that comes with it. It's that site at the bottom, walkie-talkiesoftware.com. You'll download the software. It'll come onto your computer as I have it here. You double click it. Now here is what you'll see. Now you make sure you have the right COM port, so your cable is plugged in to the USB on your computer, and this is the part that will go into the radio. This is a standard like Kenwood style that earpieces have, microphones have, things of that nature, and all your programming cables will look something like this. So this is the cable that you want to purchase. Then you'll simply take your radio. So this is one of the radios that we're going to, you'll open up the side port door. And again, you'll plug in the large at the bottom, the small at the top. Make sure it clicks into place. Sometimes it's got to really click in there. There you go. Now you'll turn on your radio. You won't hear anything because it's plugged up to the cable. You could just put the radio aside. And now using the software, as you have your menu options up here, you can go to Program, read data from interphone. So that means take the data from the radio from the TD777S. I'll hit that. So it says read. You have to click read to actually tell it what to do. You'll see it go through a quick, it'll say successful. It goes through a quick phase. The radio green LED lights up green, and then this is done. So then you say close. Now here is what is on the radio. The left column here, right here is the channels 1 through 22. Those are the frequencies, the FRS and GMRS frequencies. And then across the top here, receive and transmit frequencies. These two columns are for your offset. So if you wanted to put in a CTCSS tone or a DSS tone, there's your tones. You could go ahead and do that. I'm going to keep those off. I just want them to communicate strictly via the channels that are programmed here to the left. Transmit power is set here. You could change these. So that low I could change to high. Again, just showing you here what you can do. And then what you'll do is when we're all done, we'll upload back to the radio, and the radio will have any changes that you made set into it again. Okay, so everything's on high now. WN is narrow. Compander I'm not using. The scramble feature I'm not using. And the frequency hop. These are three things that you can use if you wanted to customize your radios. You could read that in the manual. I won't go into detail on those. Just a few ways to keep a little bit more OPSEC. Again, like I said before, you're not going to have total security because people can listen. And then your scanning, when you hit the scan button, it's going to include all the 22 channels right now because it says add. And so, okay, so you saw the scan here. I have them all included, so all 22 channels will be included. And when you see the, when you saw the scanning earlier in the video, picking up the area close to my house, you saw that we easily picked that up, and I had the radio on scan, and that's how that happened. So if you are scanning in your neighborhood, other people on similar channels that you have, you'll be able to pick them up and listen in. So that's important to me. It's also important when you're trying to find out what's going on in your area. And so another thing I want to show you is the screen. Where is it? Edit. Optional features. So you go to edit up here, pull down optional features. You'll come up with this screen here. The first selection is squelch, which goes from 0 to 9. 5 is factory set. I'm going to keep it on 5. Timeout timer is the amount of time that you can transmit before the radio cuts off. So say you were sitting down and you accidentally hit the transmit button in 60 seconds, which I have it set for here, it would stop transmitting. So you could set that. You could see all the way down. It goes down to, a lot. So I have it on 60 seconds. Voice prompts, I want English. Battery save, I want on. That box will be checked. Beep, I want checked. Warn is the alarm that's on the radio with the double click of the bottom button on the left. You'll get like an alarm. It could be valuable if you were like walking to your car at night and you had the radio and you wanted to scare somebody off. You could double click it and it'll make that noise. But other than that, you want to have, I'm going to have that off, so I unchecked the box for that. And the Vox level I'm going to keep the way it is. I'm going to hit OK. And so now, once you have everything set the way you want, you can easily go back to program and say write data to interphone, which is write it back to the radio. I'll show you that. The radio will light up. You'll see the LED go on. Click write. And there you see it. It just uploaded all those changes back. It says successful, and then I close, and then this radio is now complete. I can shut it off, unplug it, put it aside, grab my next one. If I want this same format on this radio, I do the same thing. I peel it open, I plug it in, I turn it on, I click program, write data to interphone, I click write, and it writes it into that radio. I hit OK, I hit close, and these 2 radios are done. So if you had 6 radios, you'd repeat the process, and your radios would now be on the same format as in the software that you customized. So basically, that's the programming of the radios. Let me know what you think, guys. This is a very good set of radios at the price point for under $30 for 2, and with all that you get, and with the free software and the support from TIDRADIO. To me, it's a no-brainer to have these for various different things, for fun, for work, for leisure, for camping, for an emergency, to keep in your car, to keep when you travel. If you were traveling in one car and your spouse was traveling in another car, you could have these, one in each car, be traveling alongside each other down the highway and talk to each other very easily. No problems at all. So that's the video today on these radios. Thank you for tuning in. Anthony signing off, the TIDRADIO model TD777S. Stay ready. Take care.